When you get so much publicity, you gotta get blasé about it. Let's face it, Jake, you're practically a movie star.
Look at that, Barn.
Yeah, the heat's murder.
Sure is. Fools' names and fools' faces.
What's that, pal?
Nothing. You got a hell of a way to make a living.
Oh? And what do you do to make ends meet?
Mortgage department, First National Bank.
Tell me, did you foreclose on many families this week?
We don't publish a record in the paper, I can tell you that.
Neither do I.
No, you have your press agent do it.
Who is this bimbo, Barney? Is he a regular customer or what? Listen, pal, I make an honest living. People only come to me when they're in a desperate situation. I help them out. I don't kick families out of their houses like you bums down at the bank do.
Jake, can I tell you about the guy who...
Maybe you'd like to step down out of the barber chair. Maybe we go outside and discuss it. What do you think?
Jake, let me tell you about the guy who got tired of
I don't know
screwing his
how
wife
that thing got in the newspaper. It was so quick I didn't even know it myself.
Of course you do.
Make an honest living.
Of course you do.
Huh?
Well, anyway, this guy who got tired of screwing his wife, and he said to his friend,
An honest living,
so the guy
understand?
says, why don't you do what the Chinese do? He says, what do the Chinese do? He says, the Chinese, they screw a little. they get tired, they can...
Duffy. Hey, Walsh! Sophie, go to little girl's room for a minute. Jake.
But Mr. Geddes.
Sophie.
Yes, Mr. Geddes.
Jake. Duffy, listen to me, man. I want to tell you a story. So there's this guy, Walsh, you understand? He's tired of screwing his wife.
Jake,
so wait a second, Duffy. You're always in such a hurry. So his friend says to him, hey, why don't you do it like the Chinese do? So he says, well, how do the Chinese do it? And the guy says, well, the Chinese, first they screw a little bit, then they stop. They go and read a little Confucius, come back, screw a little bit more, then they stop again, go back and they screw a little bit more. Walsh, just listen to me for a second. I really love this. Now, then they go back and they screw a little bit more, and then they go out and they contemplate the moon or something like that. Makes it more exciting. So now, the guy goes home and he starts screwing his own wife. See? So he screws her for a little bit, and then he stops and he goes out of the room and he reads Life magazine. Then he goes back in, he starts screwing again. He says, excuse me for a minute, honey. He gets up to start to leave again to go look at the moon. She looks at him and says, hey, what's the matter with you? You're screwing just like a Chinaman.
Hold it there, kitty cat. Hold it.
Hello, Claude. Where'd you get the midget?
You're a very nosy fellow, kitty cat, huh? You know what happens to nosy fellows? Huh? No? Wanna guess? Huh? No? Okay. They lose their noses. Next time you lose the whole thing. Cut it off and feed it to my goldfish. Understand? Understand?
I understand, Gil.
I understand.
All right.
I think you better come with me.
But why? There's nothing more to say. Will you get my car, please?
Okay, go home. But in case you're interested, your husband was murdered. Somebody has been dumping thousands of tons of water from the city's reservoirs, and we're supposed to be in the middle of a drought. He found out about it, and he was killed. There's a waterlogged drunk in the morgue, involuntary manslaughter if anybody wants to take the trouble, which they don't. It seems like half the city is trying to cover it all up, which is fine by me. But Mrs. Mulray, I goddamn near lost my nose, and I like it. I like breathing through it. And I still think that you're hiding something.